Hi guys, if you follow my channel, you'll know that I do quite like making wooden kits, and particularly like animatronic wooden kits. This one I did a while back and converted it to run on solar power. So normally that's what it would do. In fact, yeah, it would have had a handle on there that I replaced with that pulley. And then I added a servo there, radio control servo, that I modified for continuous rotation instead of just forwards, backwards, or left, right. Nice big solar panel, and if I shine a light on it, so on a good sunny day, he animates. Then sometime this year, I built this animated flying pig. Can't remember which way around it's supposed to go, to be honest. That might be important when I come to actually motorize it. I could just swap these pieces over onto here, but I've decided to do a new one. I'll probably still use that solar panel, although I'll run it off a battery initially. I've already 3D printed a pulley to go on there, and 3D printed another pulley to go on the servo. I have quite a few servos floating around that have been abused over the years. That one feels like the gears are broken on it. We'll find out. That one looks okay, but we will have to modify it for continuous rotation. We also don't need the circuit board that's in there that converts the PWM input to tell it how far to turn. We just want to put DC in there so that it continuously turns. So yeah, that one clicks as I turn it, so I think that one the gears are broken. I do have quite a few that have been abused, so I might even have a replacement gear in there that I could repair it with. But we'll go for the one that looks like it works at the moment. Well, long story short there, guys, when I got those apart and tried to use them, they didn't work. So we'll have to try a fresh one rather than one that was in my junk box. So same process, take the 4 screws out the bottom and split it apart. And before we take this one apart, we'll just have a quick demo. Make sure it does work. Yeah, that's okay. Right, we will take it apart now. These are just the cheapest ones I could get off eBay, although I've had these for several years now, I should think, so you may not be able to get the same brand. So 4 screws out the bottom. Top comes off. And with this brand, come on, focus please. That little bit of plastic there is the bit that stops it rotating all the way around, so we can just cut that off. Yeah, that little bit sticking up there is the bit that stops it going all the way around, so we can just cut that off with a knife. Right, if we just use the radio control again. You can see that's turning one way. Now it's turning the other way. So that bit can go back where it was, which was there. Oh, can you see I've cut the bits off? Back in place, but we've still got to remove the potentiometer that's down in here, because as that turns, it turns the potentiometer to tell the circuit board in there how far it's turned. So we've got to disconnect that as well. Just backtracking a little bit there. I'm getting confused as to what I'm trying to do here. In the past, I've converted servos to 360-degree rotation and still used the PWM supply to actually drive the small motors. But in this case, we're not going to use the PWM supply. We're going to use a battery or solar power. So we're going to take the circuit board out that's in there and connect straight onto the electric motor. So the potentiometer in there will be redundant and the circuit board will be redundant. Right, to get the circuit board out, I think we've got to get all this off and remember the order it's in. There's legs soldered directly onto the back of the potentiometer. So I need to desolder these tags, or I could just bend it until it comes off, I suppose, because I don't actually need it. Disconnected it. I did just wiggle it and eventually it came off. But if you wanted to reuse that bit, you'd probably have to desolder it instead. What we want to get off now is that metal plate there, because that's what's stopping that turning all the way round. I think we can just lever it off with a bit of gentle persuasion. There we go. Right, we don't need that. Those are the wipers there on the potentiometer, which we don't need either. But we do need that shaft because that supports the gear. But that should now spin all the way around. Yes, it does. Can we get these back in the right order? That one first, I think, or was it between those two? Probably between those two on that, yeah. And then that one sits on top. It has got a keyway on it. It'll only fit one way. There's a flat on the side of it, because that's how it moves the potentiometer around. Okay, so that's in place. Yeah, I think we're okay. So we should be able to get that back on top. I'll hold them all in place. I'll solder a couple of bits of wire on there, or a connector, so we can give it a test. So I've soldered my favourite JST connector straight onto the motor tags. So if we put that on there, and then plug it into a 3-volt supply that I've got there. There we go, continuous rotation. At the same time, I've actually swapped that one, solar panel, for a JST connector. so we can see if we can run it off the solar panel. Put that there, get me fake solar light. So there we go, it will run off that solar panel. The only question is, which direction did we want it turning? Because you can guarantee that it'll be the wrong direction. We'll find out. Right, I'm just holding the servo in position at the moment, just so I can get the position right. If we pop a battery in, you might see I'm not quite sure which way round is forwards and backwards. But that's going to work. So I think I'll just glue that in place, super glue it in place. That'll do. There we go. That'll do. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave us a comment so I know how I'm doing. And somewhere up here there'll be some links to related playlists. Thanks again.